What is up, guys? Happy Memorial Day. I am trapped here in my sunroom because May in Alabama means crazy ass weather. That being said, I wanted to talk about something today. I am a Glock apostate. By that, I don't mean that I hate Glock or that I think Glock is somehow bad or the wrong choice for anything. You don't get to where Glock is today by being a crappy gun. You don't. What I mean is I don't subscribe to the belief that Glock is the be-all, end-all of handguns. I don't think it's the best of the best, the cream of the crop. I don't think it's the only right choice. So, that in mind, I would like to talk about my favorite concealed handgun and why it makes me dislike Glock a little bit more, because they have something special here, and you already know what it is. It's Glock 43X. It is a polymer frame, striker fired, 10+1 micro compact. It's in 1.1 inches thick, which is about the standard for a micro compact. It's about 18 ounces. It's got about a 3.5 inch barrel. So, all that's great, right? The reason I love it, and we'll go into this contradiction in a moment, but the reason I love it is because that is a Primary Arms micro red dot, which is a Holosun K footprint optic direct mounted to the slide. That's right. You can direct mount your Holosun K footprint optics straight to the slide of this Glock. Now, the Glock 47 that I have, that I don't shoot regularly, is relegated to the safe because I have to put a mounting plate on it to run any Holosun C footprint optics. I don't like that. Despite my Glock apostate status, I will say I am not one who thinks the Glock iron sights are absolute trash, and in fact you can co-witness your red dot through your iron sights just fine on this factory. That's great. I carry it with this. It's a Mission First tactical minimalist trigger guard holster with the fat guy claw on it, and it's great, and it makes me want to carry. It's comfortable. I love it. No complaints. So, one complaint, and it's with Glock, not with this gun in particular. That is, and I don't have them here to show you right now, but this is the 10-round Glock magazine. You get 2 of them in the box, and they're reliable, and they're great. But if you look up the Glock 43X, you're gonna see the Shield Arms magazines. And those are the same. I mean, they fit snug, no wobble, 100% reliable, but they shed the polymer wrap on the magazine, bulk it out a little bit, and they hold 15 rounds. And therein lies my complaint with Glock as a company. They do not change. Now, I'm not saying they don't innovate. I mean, their first launch into the market changed the market completely, right? I mean, Glock is ubiquitous now. Everything is a Glock. Everything wants to be a Glock. Everything is compared to Glock. So I'm not saying they don't innovate. I'm saying they have found what works for them, and they're sticking with it, and they won't change. So this is the Glock 43X as opposed to the 43. The 43 was a real single stack, a little bit thinner than this actually. I think about 0.2 inches thinner than the 43X. So that required a new magazine, a new frame, new magazine. And it's the only Glock that takes this magazine. So why not shed your polymer shell and create a true factory 15 round magazine. I didn't know, and it didn't make sense to me, so I asked. I actually ran into a Glock rep at one of my FFLs, and I asked them, why not ship the 43X specifically with a steel magazine, give it a 15+1 round capacity? I know they can do it. I mean, it's Glock. They can do anything. They're fantastic engineers. So the answer I received is durability. So the Glock 19 and the Glock 47 and every iteration thereof are service guns. They're duty pistols for cops, for military, special forces, whomever. That's what their goal is. They are duty guns. And that's great. They fill that role perfectly, right? But this is not a duty gun. They say you can take this magazine and you can chuck it. Slide it across the ground, chuck it across the ground, throw it down range, run it over, drop it from the space elevator, and it's gonna be fine. And that is great for a duty gun, like the 19 or the 17. This is not a duty gun. This is a micro-compact, concealed carry handgun. And I would trade having to replace a couple of magazines every couple of years, because I drop them at the range, for an extra 5 rounds, because this is for when the shit hits the fan, and those 5 rounds will make a difference. And of course, you can go out and buy the Shield Arms kit. You're right, it's a $50 magazine. If you get the kit, 2 magazines plus the little button, it's $120. I don't understand why there's not a partnership with Glock, or why Glock can't develop it in-house to have its own 15-round magazine, because the durability of this magazine is a secondary concern in this platform. Look at this. Right here is my 365, formerly known as my favorite concealed carry gun, because it is roughly the same size. It is a little bit longer, but that's because it's an X macro, and it is a little bit taller. But this is a 17+1 round handgun, and you've got your steel magazines that are super skinny, super slick, and I have no issues with this magazine. I can chuck that one too. No problems. It's gonna work just fine. And if it doesn't, well, I'm not chucking it across the room in a fight for my life and then picking it up, reloading it, and hoping it still works. No, I know it's a known good magazine before I carry it. The same would be done with the Glock. This right here is the Taurus GX2. It's 13+1. Yeah, 13+1. It is a little bit wider than the Glock. It's 1.2, almost 1.2 inches thick, and it's a little bit heavier than the Glock, but I get an extra 3 rounds in it. And it's a Taurus, and I can chuck that one all the way over there. And it's a Taurus, so that one might break, but I'm gonna know it's broken before I carry it in defense of my life. So why are we not doing this? I don't care about the durability of the magazines as long as it's better than absolute dog shit, right? So come on, ship them with the 15-round mags. Do a partnership with Shield. Endorse the Shield magazines. Whatever you have to do to make it commonplace. Because right now, this is a $500 gun. And for $500, it is a fantastic concealed carry option. But for $650, because you got the Shield Arms kit with some magazines, you're getting really close to the 365 XL and even the 365X Macro, which one-ups that or 2-ups that to 17 plus 1, because this is about $700, and you can find it for less. You can find it for 650 bucks, give or take. And that is a much more compelling option than having to alter your handgun to make it competitive. So that was a long rant for no reason about why I think the Glock 43X could be the best concealed handgun. It's my favorite. It's what I carry on a daily basis now, but it's just shy of perfect. So change your slogan to Glock almost perfect or make the gun perfect. It's not that hard. Anyway, that may have been a hot take. I really don't know how people feel about it. I, for one, would rather leave my gun stock and have a stock 15-round magazine, but kind of defeats the purpose of carrying this whenever I have a 17-round magazine that's almost the same size. It's a quarter pound heavier, but it's almost the same size. And it's just a hard sell for me. So it is what it is. Take it easy.